stuff. Once I got the all clear on the fracture, that everything was good, I was fine swinging. There hasn't been any issues with the wrist. Once I started building up my swings and swinging every day, for me, the wrist is fine. My swing feels good. It was more just getting the innings under my legs and getting back in the field. And I told David, I said, hey, I'm playing Saturday, Sunday, back-to-back nines. Saturday was kind of like an evening game, but Sunday was a day game. And I was like, this is something for me. I want to make sure my legs feel good going from Saturday to Sunday, and then how they feel Monday. I told him we'll follow up after that, and we had a good discussion yesterday. Told him I felt good, my legs felt good, my body felt good, and so I told him I was ready to go.
So I know that things have been a little bit of a struggle around here offensively lately. How much do you think you being back and being healthy can kind of help with kind of change course of what's going on?
I mean, for me personally, I'm just gonna go out there and play my game and do what I do. I think the worst thing that you can do is put pressure on yourself, and that's for anyone, and especially in this game, the game of failure is to put any added pressure on yourself. For me, I'm just happy to be back. I'm happy to be with these guys. Happy to be back in the clubhouse and just be on this team. And for me, I'm just gonna do whatever I can on the field to make an impact, and then let the rest take care of itself.
Did you make it back quicker than you thought you would?
Well, it depends at what point, if you ask.
From the very beginning.
For the very beginning, I was hoping to be back. I'm also very optimistic for myself, but I was hoping to be back by at least the San Diego series, which was last week, I believe. And so, shortly after that, it's not that bad. I'm happy with the way things progress. I'm happy with the build-up. I'm happy with kind of the way things went in Arizona, building my strength up in my forearm and my wrist, getting that back, and then the good thing about how everything kind of happened was I was able to stay on my legs pretty much the whole time. Whether that was in the gym working out, whether that was running, conditioning, whatever it may be. So I was just trying to put myself in the best possible situation for when I got cleared to start swinging, to ramp it up as quickly as I could.
Is this comparable to, or probably because of the injury to your wrist, you can't, but spring training, when you think about where you are in terms of seeing pitches, or how you feel, if you remove the healing of the bone from the equation, where are you?
I feel ready. Like for me personally, I got a good amount of at-bats in Arizona when I started building up there. Whether that was tracking pitches, like for the moment I got in Arizona, even when I was here in the Braves, I was tracking bullpens, keeping my timing, especially with my leg kick, keeping my timing down. So when I started building up innings in Arizona, I hopped in the box and my timing felt good. I didn't feel delayed. I didn't feel a setback. And then when I went out to AAA, for me it was more about pitch selection and timing than it was where I was hitting the ball, the results, or anything like that. And I was very happy with the games I played in AAA in St. Paul. Just mostly with my pitch selection and timing. So I feel good. I'm happy with where I'm at.
When you were in Arizona, how much did you get to watch these guys play, and just what was it like to be watching instead of honestly being part of it?
Yeah, I watched every game that I could. There's some day games where I was at the complex maybe doing something, but they always had the game on at the complex. I was with AY a lot. We'd watch every game that we could. And so I would check in with some guys on the team after games and just check in with them, see how they were doing. And for me, the biggest thing that stood out, especially when I talked to these guys, that vibes are still high. Like, especially through everything the sickness, the injuries, like everything that's been happening. Like everyone I talked to on this team, the vibes were still high. Everyone was still feeling good. It's baseball. It's a long season. What is it, May 7th? Like, it's still a long season ahead. And so for me, that was kind of like the important thing, is that everyone was still feeling good. The vibes were high in the clubhouse, and they're just taking it one day at a time.
You had a huge year last year. What's the key to sustaining, elevating, continuing to build on that?
Just continue to be who I am. Just play my game, know my role, and do what I can to help the team win. That's what I've said from day one, and that's my goal. I don't really go out for anything individually. Like for me, it's more of a team effort. It's more of a team game, and that's how I focus my energy, and that's just what I'm going to continue to do.
Do you feel any pressure? Do you put any pressure on yourself, or do you consciously not put pressure on yourself? The team is struggling hitting, and it could be like, oh, TJ's back, it's top of the lineup, we're ready to go. How do you handle that?
Yeah, I mean, that's it's kind of like the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
But for me personally, it's I kind of mentioned it earlier, but like the pressure is, this game is already hard enough, right? And you throw added pressure on top of that, it's going to make it more difficult. For me, like I just mentioned, I'm just gonna do what I do and play my role. You know, I'm not gonna try and be anyone else. I'm not gonna try and hit a 7-run home run, try and do anything like that. I'm just gonna play my game and do what I do and kind of just try and be a spark plug.
Were you able to, like, I know you were saying you're tracking, you're keeping your feet, were you able to feel, like, I know not exactly feel, but like still be able to kind of go through and read balls and kind of be in the outfield a little bit? I don't know what you did for that.
Yeah, I did. That was kind of the big reason I went down to Arizona, was so that I could have access to all that and be able to do all that. You know, when I was here in the Braves, I was on my legs, running around, stretching with the team, stepping on bullpens. But when I got down to Arizona, it was kind of when I had I could do a lot more. You know, I got out of the brace and I was able to get in a bullpen with a bat in my hand and like track with an actual feel of a bat in my hand. You know, when I was cleared to start catching baseballs with a glove on, I would go out and shag their BP, just get reads in center and stuff like that to keep me in the best shape as possible for when this day came.